Hey guys, are you planning your next vacation? Are you trying to find an off the beaten path destination? Want to go somewhere that your friends probably haven't? What if I told you that there is a little known town in Spain that not only has cobblestone streets, several wineries, and even a wine museum, but a restored castle from the Middle Ages too? The town of Olite in northern Spain has all that and more, and I'm guessing you've probably never even heard of it. Spain has many notable destinations: Madrid, Barcelona, Valencia, the islands of Ibiza and Mallorca. Elite is a gem of a small town that I found on my trip to Spain, which was one of the real highlights of the trip. Elite's main highlight is the Palacio Real de Olite, which was originally a Roman fortification and then was built into a castle starting in the 13th century. It was nearly destroyed in 1813 during the Napoleonic French Invasion. A 30-year restoration ended in 1967, resulting in the fully restored appearance that you can see today. And the best part is you can stay in the castle. That's right, part of the castle has been converted into a hotel named Parador de Olite. I stayed there, and not only was the room one of the most distinctive that I've ever stayed in, but the restaurant was great too. I had an amazing multiple course dinner featuring fresh local cheeses, cherries, lamb, wine, and dessert right from the area. And if that isn't enough, it's all reasonably priced too. But there is a lot more to this charming small town. If you're interested in Spanish wine and its history, this should be high on your list. There are several wineries around the town, most notably Bodegas Ochoa, which is a family winery founded in 1845, conveniently located just a few minutes' walk from the castle. It features wine made from local tempranillo grapes. Bodegas Marco Real is another nearby winery which has a capacity of 1 million bottles coming from 5,000 French and American oak casks. And the people are some of the nicest you will ever meet in Europe. The town doesn't feel touristy, and the locals welcome me as if I was one of their own. Elite is a great place to go for a day or two. I was going from Barcelona to Pamplona and just stopped there for one night. One weird thing did happen to me when I went there. I took the train from Barcelona west, but I was delayed a few hours. I was planning to get to Olite in the early afternoon and then check into the hotel and then explore the castle for a few hours. I got there late in the afternoon and was the only person to get off the train. There was no one in the train station, no porters or anyone selling tickets or security or anyone else. Even the Google Earth picture shows it deserted. I had my backpack on me, so I decided to just walk into town. I did see the castle in the distance, but there was no one anywhere. There was no noise at all, no people or anything. At first I thought I was in an abandoned ghost town and had made a mistake. I walked a few blocks before I saw any signs of life. Once I got to the main street in front of the castle, all was well, except it was getting quite late in the day. I was trying to find the entrance to the hotel portion of the castle, but walked to the ticket office. A sign that I noticed that the castle would be closing soon. I still had my backpack on, but knew if I didn't go in soon, I'd miss my chance. I paid the admission and was on my way. Climbing the castle is pretty steep in parts, especially in the towers, but it's even worse with a heavy backpack on. However, it was worth it. The panoramic views are great, and the castle has a Disney-like charm to it. You can see the vineyards in the distance. The castle overlooks the vast cobblestone courtyard, which is now a meeting area for people to shop for souvenirs or enjoy a glass of the local wine. If you have a couple days and are in the area, I highly recommend you stop to see Olite. I'd suggest you get there on like a Friday afternoon, get settled into the hotel, have a nice dinner, and then take your time and explore the castle and the winery too on Saturday, and then leave on Sunday. Please leave a comment if you have any questions or are planning a trip to Olite or somewhere else in Spain. Also consider subscribing if you'd like to see some future videos in Spain and other locations. Join us next time for our next distinctive destination. Thanks for watching.